Hello there, and welcome to episode 26 of Shadowhome. We've come a long way together, yet still we have not mined out a single scrap of adamantine, nor are we even a barony. But we already have a pretty badass castle. So in the previous episode, I have finally made up my mind how I'm going to make the castle and its walls work. So, and the tower specifically. I have had a good old long thinker about that, and I have come to the conclusion that I will rebuild this thing big time. So, for the first things first, we're gonna be. Let's see. Gonna be doing it like this, yeah. So it's gonna be awesome, all right? So don't you worry about that. I just figured that these walls can stay. What's a castle without a big fat fortification wall? Seriously, it's not a castle, and that's what we're going to fix today. So we're going to make this entire wall 3 tiles wide at all parts. No, that's 4 tiles even. Alright. So the walls will go like that. And then they will go like... Alright. So the biggest change that is up to come is that I'm going to rip out this entire part here. That the entire floor will go. I want a proper castle yard, and I figured we're gonna make one. I will make a solid wall around here. This will be all massive wall. And then 1 or 2 more levels upstairs where we're going to have a proper parapet. That's what we're going to have. So, that's going to be awesome. And this will make Shadowhome a bit of a longer series than the other series that I previously made, but it's okay. It's okay. Maybe it gives me enough time to actually get the barony title. In the previous episode, I have hammered 15,000 workbooks into the gifting machine, and I really hope that this will bring them up. The mountain home in the universe. So, it concerns the Fortress Shadowhome. Yeah, the writing overflows with sadness. Yeah. It's, you know, Bob, you and me, we seem to think alike. Alright, so I love this game. Did I already mention? We're going to go and get ourselves now some talk flooring going for the rest of the city, because we finished another floor. I mean, it does take really, really ridiculously long at many ends to finish what we're doing here, but by the end of this tour, this will be a really, really wonderful and gorgeous little fortress. Seriously. She's already pretty neat. It's gonna get better. Promising. Okay, so the worst part will be ripping out the floorboards here at the end of the day, but well, whatever. I'm used to that kind of suffering already. And just like I feared, the production of the cabinets is really, really not happening. This is mostly because we're too busy carving rocks. That's the biggest reason for stuff not coming along. Okay, so it's fortification time down here. So, let's see, down here, yeah, they're starting to bucket this. Nice. Speaking about bucketing, I just noticed that we've successfully bucketed another area. Nice. Will. I have to relocate the trader, obviously, because this won't work where it's positioned right now. But I did expect to have a lot of things that I need to reposition and redo at the end of the day. So, do I still have enough granite boulders? This is another question. I think I had a stupid amount of these. But I can't remember anymore. Yeah, well, 433 is not really what I would call a stupid amount anymore. So let's get quarrying, because we're gonna need a lot of granite. We just found another heat pocket. Heat pockets are always good news because that means we have a lot of free real estate to carve out. Usually it's also combined with a pretty nice injection of loot. So, what's not to like about that? So here's the granite. Do we have any other area where we carved granite in a bigger style? No, we didn't. Okay. No props. So we're going to go and hack away a little bit here and a little bit there. Let's see what we're going to find. Merchants are going to leave soon. Of course they do. That's what merchants do. They only stay a while. Okay, so we can take that off. And we can fortify that place. As soon as I have enough room around me here freed up, we're also going to pump out the downstairs. But I want to wait until I have it all done. Because currently, if I'd be pumping this body of water, it'd be flowing downstairs here, and that might even turn into an issue sooner or later. So I don't really want to. No. Sure you understand. So, let's see if we can't get some scrying glass down. So we'd be needing some informations here. And there. Sadly, we can't get any information about there, but, well, is what it is. Here the demon blocks me. Here we can go for some intel, though. Here we don't need any intel. Here we already know that there's water. So, since I have no clue how much water it'll be, I'll be taking it carefully. All right. Something evil. Oh no! Come on. What is it this time? A monitor monster again. Shoot. So yeah, they kind of infested this level, eh? Damn it. Very, very bad news altogether. Because that really means we are pretty encroached on many ends. I mean, yeah, I have that slight feeling that we might be actually able to beat these beasties quite easily, but you never know what these guys do. The combat with one of those could effectively just eradicate the entire squadron of soldiers. They just might die in their barracks while they're starting to infest each other. So that's really a one of those things where I really hate it, because I've seen what can happen. You know, your entire fortress can turn into zombies if you're unlucky. There's really such a weird, there's such a vicious amount of evil effects that can be behind dust. I don't know if it can transform entities, actually. I don't know if this is actually possible. But I do know that evil biomes can do that. And, you know, if there are substances that can fall from the sky that can do that, I'm pretty sure that there are baddies out there that can just spit that stuff too. Would be foolish not to assume that. So, yeah. Where does that leave us? I would need to make some filthy, dirty experimentations with my soldiers, whether or not we're going to survive that, or I'll just accept that these areas are unclaimable. I don't like either of these options. I'm very inclined to take the fight just for the sake of experimentation. I mean, there is also a chance, that's the thing that I don't talk about, that the deadly dust isn't as deadly as it sounds, and the effect is actually quite, 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 the effect is actually quite Harmless. Also possible. Also very, very possible. So I have now the choice to either risk one of my legendary fighter squads or die not knowing whether or not we can take down these beasties. Brilliant, isn't it? So the merchants are leaving town. We struck hematite. What a pleasant surprise. I didn't aim for that, but sure, why not? Eventually, I still dream of making something nice and red-looking with these, because these are basically the reddest building blocks that you can get in Dwarf Fortress. At least if you are looking for stone things. That's what makes hematite blocks pretty cool. There's also this metal that I forgot the name. Tetrahedrite, I think it is. That has a nice color to it too. It's a different one. There's one of them that is quite bluish, which also looks quite nice. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress nerdism. Good, so the schist blocks are made. We're definitely going to stop the schist madness and get back to a normal pacing of work. And now we have to do the big stuff. The wall has to be built, right? So my people are still using this back door quite a lot. We have to relocate the back door. Actually, the back door can't be there either. It has to be here. Yeah, that's pretty brilliant, because I'll be putting up a bridge at this spot, which locks the entrance totally, and that means if I lock up the bridge, there will be also the entrance to the outside world locked away. I like that. This will work quite nicely. So, we will now start building the castle walls proper, and that is this little humongous task. It's just a little wall. And we ran out of granite blocks while doing so. Shoot. Okay, so it's granite time. I think it's a pretty good choice to just guide your stone producers through this process like that. Okay. It looks like they are getting it done. It looks like it. We'll see. That Suspend Manager is a pretty nifty tool after all. I really, really like it. There's more hematite. Thrilling. I like it. So we have a little deposit of that again, while getting ourselves also a good amount of granite into our position. I like it, I like it. So let's keep digging here. It's pretty practical for the fort that the deposit of granite and schist are intertwined, which is two materials that are used for the building of the castle. So we got it quite lucky there, I dare say. So finally somebody went down there, and they went down there the moment I looked, which is pretty good. So let's see, there is solids everywhere except for here. There's a magma pocket right there. So speaking about magma pockets, there is no more magma pocket right there. Good, very, very good. So we have now knowledge about another cavity there. Okay. Business as per usual. There we go. Alright, with the amount of room around me here, I am much more inclined to pump out that body of water soon. But one thing at a time. Also very, very tempted to just attack those demons down there. I know that the Scorching Banshee won't work. I'm not making any... I'm not getting myself into any delusions that we might be meleeing these things. I'm past that. But, yeah. It's not the same when it comes down to things with deadly dust. We haven't fought these a single time yet. I am avoiding the combat with these every single time I can. So, yeah. My timber stockpiles are not where I want them. So, how's life down here? Okay. We are carrying away the last few logs. The trophies of the Serpent Man War. We've reclaimed it all. I mean, I could secure it and wall it off and all, but we can also have a good old-fashioned brawl from time to time with the Serpent Men down there. I do like that too. And the wildest thing is that it seems to me as if the Serpent Men seem to have two parties, where one party is peaceful to my people and the other party is hostile. That's pretty interesting. I'm very, very confused about all this. Ah, well done, Jurist. They outdone themselves again. Ah, well. I did expect all manner of different hiccups here with that project, so far I'm quite happy to see how well it goes down. If this is the only thing where they will fumble it up, I think we are quite lucky. Alright. So, let's do the fortifications yet again. Same old, same old. Currently, none of my mining dwarfs are going down here because they're all busy at the granite quarry. I do love my granite quarry, though. So, yeah, it's a tiny little thing, but I need that for my inner peace. There has to be floor below that thing, otherwise the door will look ruddy. And I just can't, okay? Don't judge me, please. So, yeah. This is how it's going to be. Once this one here is deconstructed, we're going to continue this massive wall, like around the castle here. I'll be ripping out that part because it would be a boring castle with a hole inside there, and then you'll have the yard with a few towers throning over this whole thing. I think the towers should be probably one level lower than this one. I feel like the center tower, I want this to be the most elevated spot there. At least that's the planning. Let's see how it goes down in the end. We still are quite far away from fulfilling the plans made up so far. But I think this is gonna be quite awesome. Hey, we finally found a treasure. So for once, the game is not gobsmacking me. And just heat. I remember the days when it was always just heat. Back in the old days. So the good news, though, is that we are only confronted by water and relatively harmly fire farts. So that's pretty good. I mean, those subterranean chili farts, don't take them lightly. They can incinerate dwarfs, but if you do it diagonally with a door between, the fire doesn't connect to the dwarf. That's one of the reasons why I do this diagonally always. It's because of the subterranean chili farts. Now you know it. You learned it here first. So, let's see. Yeah, it's just not happening. Nobody's building cabinets these days because they're all flippin' busy carving rocks for the wall. But I do like it. I mean, this is starting to come down like a real tower. I can expand these tower foundations easily by just carving into the mountain if I wanted to. I also do like that because this gives me a quite nice option to expand this whole business if I really wanted to. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Then I'm taking it up to myself to rip out this entire plating of floor here. I hate myself already, but tell you what we're going to do. We're going to start just already because we need to rip it out layer by layer by layer by layer. Otherwise, we are risking cave-ins and risking the life of our people. So. Yeah, layer by layer by layer by layer. That's how we're going to do it. I'm starting back there because we want to build the wall up there still, right? So, I like this already. It's gonna be fun once it's done. So, this guy was mopping up some blood. Crazy. I wondered where the blood came from. You see. Oh boy, the quarrying work doesn't really get along as fast as I wanted to. But on the other hand, this will be all the granite that Shadowhome will ever need, I think. Also, the construction of the wall is going down much slower than I'd liked it to. Oh, they did it again. Good job, Jurist. You blocked out yourself again. Well. Like I keep saying, I'm happy that it's only a few hiccups here and there. And nothing big. Okay. Let's just assign another round of windows while we're at it. I did realize the other day when I was thinking about my work that if we would be able to illustrate that in real graphics, these gemstone windows would create a marvelous spectacle of light. Why? Because people living in their apartments, they usually have candles, torches, lanterns, and if you project light through these polished gemstone windows, that light would fall into this wonderful little thing here. And I think gleaning upstairs from the Miners Guild Hall would be, in realistic terms, a glorious sight. I just wanted to share that one with you. Sadly, the game doesn't really support these, and I really don't know. Yeah, the Serpent Man. It's just meandering around. I don't get that guy. Leave me alone, notification settings. Alright. I didn't want to press you. But all in all, these conflicts that get highlighted here every now and then, they are nothing to worry about. Why? Because they are just these are just those passing by conflicts, I'd like to call them. Yeah, my dwarfs are all busy grinding granite right now. That's okay. It has to be done one day too. You know, we can't postpone these tasks every time. We need to get our pickaxes down and just get the job done from time to time. Here we go. Finally, they can complete their tasks up here too. And once all that is done, we're going to continue on the upper floor too. So this is going to be my first real castle, where I also use height layers more proficiently. You know, almost 1,000 hours into Dwarf Fortress and I still haven't done this already. I mean, sometimes I do admit I can be a slow learner, and sometimes I run into habits that solidify and I keep them. Okay. We all have these problems, I guess. But in all seriousness, it took me quite a long time to get a feel for how to build things so they work. And there's still, even after this, so much to learn. I love it. It's a really cool experience. So, this thing here, by the way, is taking literally forever. But whatever. Forever, whatever. What also pleases me is that down here we dug out a couple of fresh gemstones. I mean, those milk opals are not nearly as valuable as the stuff that we're chucking out of the adamantine mine, but it's very, very good stuff to decorate the crafts that we got. I really like what I did for this series, where we have this method of decorating crafts with stuff. Really like that one. I think I will return to this in future series. Yeah, definitely found a liking in. Okay. Here we've started mining diorite. It's a quite interesting biome. You have so many flowing different stone types here. That's quite unusual, you know? It's I've mined a lot of subterranean areas in this game by now, and this is a very, very interesting one because it has so many intrusions of different stone types. You have so much granite here, then you have a little bit of schist there comes the diorite. It's very, very rarely quite uniformous, which it often can be in many layers, but what the heck do I know about real-life geology? Most of my real-life geology I did learn from this game. Seriously. So, we're going to have a 4-wide wall, right? Ugh, that's why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a sec. The towers are a little bit too. Yeah, that can go. I want a width of 4, not 5. That's overkill there. And it doesn't look nice anymore. So we get rid of these, slap in a couple of floorboards there, and the job's done. There we go. Hopefully it'll work out. So up here we'll have to replace these walls there too, but one thing at a time. So here we had actually no elevation there. But I'm gonna get started with this task already, because it's going to be a flippin' long task. And I'm very, very happy the sooner we get started with this. Okay, so for today I achieved the big supply of granite that this fortress needs. We also have finally managed to design the castle wall, and I think, yeah, Shadowhome is really getting closer to a finished blueprint very, very quickly. So I'm very happy to see that. I mean, there's still more than enough work to be done, as I am a little bit more perfectionistic on this fort than on others, out and home and all. Therefore, yeah, I have no more words to say for today. So thanks for watching, you all. I hope you had a good time. I certainly did, and I'm very, very intrigued to see how this whole thing will move forward from here. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment, check out the other series I did in the description box. Feel free to support the channel. Many thanks if you do so, and a lot of thanks for being around until the very end. I deeply appreciate having you around, and see you all next time.